Hello. This will be part two to Father Maciel's method of abusing or initiating his seminarians into sexual abuse. It's a follow-up continuation of what I uh, taped not so long ago. Um, I was getting very upset while reading the testimony and commenting on my own autobiography um, because uh, I wanted to bring home to people just how terrible this abuse is and how ugly, how filthy this abuse is, because we get used to hearing about it. But it is a terrible thing. It is a traumatic event for those who suffer it. They will never forget it. And as I say, it is a trauma which, which will need healing. Uh, for us, for them to become fully functioning human beings in this life. I continue so with this part of chapter 15 of my autobiography, which by now you should be sick and tired of seeing. Um, this particular part of chapter 15, I think it's the last part of it, had a very ironic and sarcastic title. Hail to Maciel's Excalibur. I'm referring to Maciel's sexual organ, which he was so expert in using. I talked about this testimony which I received from a confrere of mine, uh, an Irish man, Irish-born man like myself, the same age. I state in my autobiography, this recent Irish testimony confirms the embattled original testimonies denied by Maciel and Legion superiors, and by such luminaries as the Reverend Richard J. Newhouse, of which I've written about in the book called Maciel, Pedophile, Psychopath, and Legion of Christ Founder. By the way, one of my bestsellers. I accept this new testimony as confirmation that the abuse done to Barba and company did not stop there, but continued at least through another generation. Sad but true. I was filled with indignant rage at this person who abused one of my own companions. Michael and I traveled together with Maciel by Aer Lingus plane from Dublin to Lourdes on the 26th of August 1961 and took the Legion uniform together in Salamanca on the same day. On the other hand, it is heartening to see another brave survivor come forth and demand the truth be told about Maciel's sick and destructive behavior. Initially, I had been remiss in sending part of this new material to Monsignor Scicluna, the Vatican's promoter of justice or chief investigator, before finally getting it done. I gave a copy to Jose Barba when I met him in Madrid on July the 20th, 2005, at the International Cultic Studies Association conference. He took it to Rome, and so I was hopeful it got into the right hands. This new witness states that he had sent testimony to the Pope and to 20 cardinals without success or response. Naturally, I can imagine that sending a letter to the Pope or to the Vatican is like sending a needle into a haystack. I feel happy that Regain has some clout and a voice, and one of the voices to draw the Church's attention to this scandal. I'm also glad the investigation was formally reopened in April 2005, bearing some fruit with that Vatican statement and condemnation of May 2006. Kudos go to Pepe, Juan, Arturo, Alejandro, Pepe Antonio, Felix, and others for all their pioneering work, and to the new men who are now bearing the flag. In December 2005, my testimony vouching for Father Maciel's original accusers before the Vatican investigator was posted on the Regain webpage, and is available as an appendix there. Pray for this fearless new witness who is still hurting after all these years. Michael Francis Cahany, residing in Natal Province, Brazil. Many more still silent victims will carry their secret to the grave. He demanded his story be told before Maciel died. The number and consistency of testimonies must have overcome Vatican resistance to touch the untouchable Father Maciel, who did not refrain from touching his members, coaching them how to excite his glistening Excalibur. And as I say, what we have described was just the beginning of their sexual initiation. Maciel then would kind of get a handle on who was who and who was able to respond to his sexual abuse, and then he would continue to cultivate these ones who could become more and more sexually intimate with him, culminating in full sexual intercourse when he had his way, and the will of God, forgive me for this blasphemy, right, was finally realized in his life. This is the scurrilous founder of the Legionaries of Christ. I don't want anybody to forget about this. How can the church allow this? Irishman Cahany supports Mexican Espinosa's testimony that in his drugged stupors, Nuestro Padre Maciel extolled the merits of his extremely large tool and its mighty feats. The new St. Paul did not distinguish between Jew and Gentile, freedman or bondsman, Greek or Roman, as he brought salvation to all. He even relaxed his own self-imposed high standards. Gentlemen prefer blondes, as his boundless and impressible zeal for the salvation of souls occasionally even overcame deep-seated prejudices and taboos of color and race. And later on, we have learned in 2000, whatever, 8, 9, and 10, that Maciel extended his sexual expertise and experience into the female sex. According to the saint in his delirium demens, his sword was two-edged, wreaking havoc among both male and female. In his transfiguration, the new Christ revealed to his confidants his sexual prowess with hungry widows and estranged spouses, and how he covered all with his sacred robe. Faced with such supernatural power, the writer, another unworthy Pilate, can only exclaim, Ecce homo. Look at the man. Behold this epitome of human dignity and integrity. My ode to wonderful Father Maciel and his sexual organ.